Today we are diving back into Lightroom to do some more editing of portraits. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. My name is Samuel and this is Human Photographs. On this channel, I create photography content. Now, if that interests you, make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any more. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We are so close. I think at the time of recording this video, we're at 974 subscribers. Guys, we're literally less than 30 subscribers away from 1,000. So make sure to hit that subscribe button so we can reach this goal. So today we're diving into Lightroom to edit another portrait. And I'm gonna be editing this portrait using my Moody Lightroom preset. Yes, in case you don't know, I do have a Moody preset which is available right now using the first link in the description below. Now, in the past few weeks, I've been showing you guys this preset and how it works. And I've gotten a lot of positive feedback from it. A lot of you guys seem to love it, and I really appreciate it because I've worked really hard on creating this preset. It's one that I use almost all the time, and I really love it. It's really great, and we're gonna be using it again this video. So if you like my channel, you like photography, you like my work, and you want to support me and my channel, make sure to grab the Moody preset. It's really great, and I guarantee that you're gonna love it. And also, if you do end up posting photos using the preset, make sure to tag me on it so that I can see what you guys create with it. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so I've got this portrait of this lovely lady here, which I shot during one of my, street photography walks. So before I even apply the preset, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna crop the image a little bit. Now, I like to have the eyes be on the third horizontal line right here. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Actually, I'm gonna crop it even more. Now, I kind of messed up the composition on this one, but thank goodness for the crop. We can fix this easily. So I'm just gonna do it like this, something like that. Okay, so I've cropped the image and I've gotten something that I like. Now, what we're gonna do is we're going to add the Moody preset right here. Now, before we go any further, let's do a quick before and after to see what is going on. So as you can see, the image is a lot more moody. Quite a lot of colors have been desaturated and muted, especially the green tones. But we aren't going to start here. As I always preach about in these videos, never just apply a preset and then call it a day. Always go in and make some changes to make sure that the preset fits on your photo. And that is exactly what we're going to do today. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna raise the shadows just a bit to bring back some details. And the white balance is a little off. Now, this photo was shot during golden hour, so it should be really warm. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set the white balance here to say 7500 is where I'm going to stay in. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower the whites a bit, just like that. Maybe lower the highlights again. Play again with the shadows, something like this. Now, we can always go back in the end to fix some settings, but this is where I'm going to stop. All right, now we've added the Moody preset, done some minor tweaks to the photo. Let's go in and add some masks because as you know from my tutorials and as I always do, I use the masks to elevate the photo even more. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna darken the background, saturate it also. I'm also going to smoothen her skin. I'm going to brighten and sharpen her eyes, and then I'm gonna add sort of a glow on her face to make her stand out even more. So let's get started with the background. Perfect, so now we selected the background. Let's go ahead and lower that exposure, just like that. Just saturate it also a bit. Perfect. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select her skin and smoothen that. First things first, let me zoom in so you guys can really see what I'm doing. So I'm going to select people, and then I'm gonna create a mask on her face, but I'm also going to select her eyes because I want to edit those as well. So facial skin, body skin, eye, and iris. Perfect. Then as usual, since it creates a group with all of those masks, I'm just going to separate the eyes to be on their own mask. I'm going to go down to the texture and watch what happens as I lower it. As you can see, her face becomes much more smooth. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to her eyes, right? We're gonna bring back detail in her eyes. I'm gonna do this by raising the shadows like that. I'm gonna raise the whites just a little bit like this. And then I'm going to go down to the texture and raise that. And that's gonna sharpen her eyes like crazy, which is good. We want really sharp eyes in our portraits. Though before and after, you can really see that the eyes are popping out. Now you can use this amount slider here to control the intensity of each of these effects so that it's not too, unnatural, right? So I might even lower it a little bit like this. All right, Now let's create a radial gradient on her face to try to brighten that even more. So what I'm gonna do is raise up the exposure of her face. But I'm just thinking that as I do this, it's going to also raise up the exposure of her eyes. So it's gonna make her eyes even brighter. So I'm gonna have to go back in and lower the intensity of the brighten effect that I put on the eye, but I'm gonna do that in a minute. So let me just raise this like this. You see, it's making her eyes much, much brighter. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to go back to her eyes. I'm going to lower the effect. Actually, I'm just gonna lower the shadows, right? And I'm gonna lower the whites so it's not too intense for after. Now I'm going to take that radial gradient, right? I'm going to duplicate and invert it, and then I'm going to do the exact opposite. Guys, you've already seen me do this 1,000 times. I'm going to lower the exposure and lower the blacks. This is before the masks, and this is after the masks. Now, I do want this image to be a little bit more warm, because again, it was shot at sunset. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back in the basic settings to do some tweaks. So first things first, I'm going to lower the whites even more, lower the highlights like this. And then I'm gonna warm the photo. I'm gonna put it on, say, 8500. Perfect. This is perfect. So guys, there you have it. This is where I would stop with this photo. Now let's do a quick before and after to see all the changes that we have done. So here is the before and after of the portrait. Now, as you can see, look at those eyes. Oh my gosh. You can tell that I'm really passionate about this, right? You can tell that I really love this portrait, and I really love using masks to edit photos. The eyes are just so sharp, and you know, we can really see the colors of her eyes. We can see each detail, and it's so great. We smoothened out her skin. It doesn't look too unnatural, right? It looks perfectly fine. The background, it was a little bit blown out right here, but we've darkened it, we've desaturated it, so it's less distracting. And the subject's face, her face is like the brightest part of the image. And this is what helps to make it stand out even more. Keep in mind that most of this was done with the Moody preset. We applied it, and then we applied the masks, right? So even when you use the Moody preset, always go in and do some adjustments, add some masks, right? You can smoothen out her skin, brighten her eyes, darken the background. You don't have to do all of these, right? Depending on your photo. But again, don't just use the preset and call it a day. Always go in and make sure that it works well with your photo. So we have taken the portrait from this to this. And guys, I think it's amazing. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to leave this photo for you guys for free in the description below. So if you want to follow along with me as I do these edits, you can with the exact same portrait that I am using. Now, you will still need to get the Moody preset, but you can get that using the first link in the description below. Again, it is an amazing preset, as you can see here. I really like using it. I put a lot of hard work into it, and I guarantee that you guys are going to love it. Now, I love using this preset on portraits, but it doesn't only work for those types of photos. As a matter of fact, a few days ago, I was out on a rainy day, out in the city, shooting some street photography, and I made a whole video where I used the preset on these photos. Now, if you want to see that video, you can click right here to watch that. You can also click here to subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. We're so close, so close. By the way, this video has been getting a lot of views. Thank you so much for all your support. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Stay creative, keep creating. God bless you. Subscribe and check out the preset, and I will see you in the next one.